very much. A great job by Jeff and the whole AMI crew over there, providing great entertainment between the games. We're so appreciative to have AMI on board once again this year. They've really helped elevate the broadcast and the profile of this tournament, and we really cannot thank AMI enough for all their work, both on air and behind the scenes here at the 2018 Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament. My name's Nico Cardarelli. We get you set for this low vision and development division game between Team Yellow and Team Black, and that means we welcome Fast Eddie Parenteau back into the booth. Eddie, thank you for joining us here.
Oh, very glad to be here.
How are you feeling? You think we're going to have a great game here?
I think so. You know, the game yesterday, I'm not going to say it didn't mean anything, but now this becomes a best 2 out of 3. So Team Yellow won today, earlier today.
Yep.
If they do it again this afternoon, then basically tomorrow guys are just playing for pride. But I saw Karen Russo after the game, and she was a bit animated. She was not happy with a couple of what she felt were non-calls. Got taken down, a little bit of stick work.
Yep.
She also admitted that, yes, she gave it back, which you described. But, yeah, this could get a little feisty because, you know, these teams want to win as well.
Well, no question they want to win. As Ed alluded to, Yellow taking a 2-1 victory earlier today when these two teams faced off this morning. But we await the opening puck drop here in this final game of day number 2 at the 2018 Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament, presented by AMI and CNIB.
Yeah, apparently Amanda Perovin was not too pleased either, but she's been one of the dominant players. And as you know, when you're, I mean, Sid gets it, Gretzky got it, a lot of other guys get it, man. When you're good, they go after you, and they're all over you. You get a little extra shots once in a while.
Yeah, the best players have to deal with a little bit more, and Provin's certainly one of the top players for Team Black, as she is lighting the lamp here at the tournament.
Absolutely. Once again, my quick shout out. Hope you tuned in today, Fred, this afternoon. I don't think I'll catch tomorrow's game because it's a 2-hour difference.
What? Come on, Fred.
7 o'clock in the morning.
Just come on, Fred. Wake up and tune in tomorrow.
Well, if they can help him with the computer, maybe he will. Who knows?
Action is underway here in the low vision and development division game as Provin brings it into the zone for Team Black. And we appreciate everyone tuning in from coast to coast to coast. And yes, Fred, we hope you can join us tomorrow as well. And we appreciate you tuning in. We love that Eddie continues to give you those shout outs, and we appreciate everyone who's tuning in. If you want a personalized shout out, tweet me at @BroBehindTheMic. Let me know where you're tuning in from and who you're cheering on, and we'll get to a few shout outs here in this game. As Team Yellow dumped the puck in, Poitevin played it down inside the Team Black zone, where Dominic Leroux comes up with it for Team Black. He plays it over to the far side for Greg Russell, who under pressure ends up coughing that one up. Laura Dirty Dangles Mark feeds it into the corner. And Zach Robinson can't step off the half wall. Nice defensive play there from Dominic Leroux to tie up the Team Yellow forecheck, as Provin has it out of her own corner. Plays it off the boards to the line and stays in the zone. But Provan does well to get to it. And on the second effort, she'll clear it out for Team Black. Her pass intended for LeMontagne, just out of his reach. And it's picked up by Dave Poitevin, who he's been getting a ton of ice time here today. As LeMontagne tries to center that one, it's at the side of the far post. And now it's picked up by Poitevin. Poitevin feathers that one forward, ahead to Timmy Caputo. Caputo, one of the players from the Child and Youth Division who got the call up, centered in front, and that one just out of the reach of Sean Creelman. And we've got a crease violation called against Team Yellow, as Creelman ended up crashing into the net there. But some great chemistry there between Caputo and Creelman.
Hey, young kid from Long Island, apparently. He's only 14 years old.
Timmy?
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
That's what I heard, yeah.
Well, I know he was a youngster. I didn't know he was from Long Island. That's great, too.
Yeah, that's what they're telling me, yeah.
Well, certainly not the same level of representation from our compatriots south of the border here this year, which is understandable given the Blind Hockey Festival happening next weekend in Chicago. And of course, we wish them all the best in terms of their growth as they get set to announce the first ever American national blind hockey team with support from USA Hockey for that great exhibition coming up later in October down in Pittsburgh. Of course, the excitement here this weekend, who's going to make the Canadian national team?
Absolutely. That's going to be really interesting, and it would be nice if one of the media outlets jumped on board and maybe went down there to Pittsburgh and carried this thing.
Well, we got to figure a way to do it, even if I have to pay my own way down there. You can pretty much bet that I'm going to be down there, so it's going to be a great weekend of hockey in October. As Team Yellow here try to keep the puck pinned in the zone, and 11:45 left in the period. They do a good job to hold it in. Nice play by Shannon Murphy at the point. Team Black just overskate that puck as centered out front just through the skates of Brian McLean. Couldn't get a clean shot away, and it's out to center ice where Ted Mortsagu has to defend this rush from Ben Ho-Lung. Ho-Lung makes the pass to Ashley Andrews. Andrews takes the shot. Great save by Gauthier as she gets the start here in this game for Team Yellow. Centered out front, another chance as Ho-Lung let that shot fly. It just went wide of the near post.
Two ice owls are battling, and you got one who's 20 and Ted is in his 70s. Kind of one extreme to the other with the age range there.
Caputo brings the puck all the way up the ice here for Team Yellow. He's muscled off it as LeMontagne got the puck away from Caputo, and now LeMontagne brings it into the offensive zone, but he's in there all alone. Tries to feed it over to Provan coming off the bench, but that's broken up by Murphy. Now they get the clean pass. 10:35 remaining here in the period. Provan takes it to the near corner. Centered attempt for LeMontagne. That's broken up. Good defensive play by Ted Mortsagu to get a stick on that pass. Caputo breaks up the centering pass from Provan. Tries to feed it over to Dominic Tate, but it hit the skates of Ryan Kusi and it stays in the zone. They flick it around the far side boards. Provan hustles and gets to that puck first ahead of Tate, but on second effort, Caputo smacks it out to center ice.
Goalies haven't been too busy so far. Francis Manella got a little extra work in the previous game.
That's right. He came in relief of Aaron Prevost, and Manella on the bench right now to start for Team Black as it's Justin Wack getting the nod here. Andrews brings it in. Tight shot right on. Great save by Gauthier. The rebound goes to the far side post, and the danger cleared by Dave Poitevin. A great save there from Catherine Gauthier, as if on cue, Team Black realizing, hey, we got to get some shots on goal. And Eddie, finally one of these goaltenders are tested.
A little bit, yeah. Well, we'll see if they can keep that up.
Dominic Tate has the puck here for Team Yellow. Plays it near side, intended for Zach Robinson, but Andrews checks him, and it's on the stick of Karen Rousseau. Delayed offside here against Team Black as Chowdhury on the wrong side of the blue line. Team Black have to escape the zone, and that'll give Dave Poitevin some time to make a pass. Poitevin gets it over to the stick of Sean Creelman. Creelman takes it into the zone. He's got Robinson with him. Creelman drives wide, centers for Robinson. It's in the skates and in the blue paint where the goaltender Wack able to freeze it for the faceoff with 8:40 remaining in the first.
Yeah, both teams so far just missing on their passes. Coming close, but not really creating any great scoring opportunities as of yet.
Well, certainly feeling each other out right now, and all the games in this division are close games. I mean, the one yesterday, 4-0. Again, that was more the balancing game to get a feel for where the teams are, but the one today, a 2-1 final for Team Yellow, I mean, that's as tight as you can get.
You got that right.
Caputo steps in to take the draw for Team Yellow, wins it over to Creelman, who tries to get it to Laura Mark. Mark battling there against Greg Russell. That shot attempt coming off the stick of Creelman gets blocked, and here comes Provan for Team Black. She makes the pass intended there for Brody McKenzie, but just out of his reach, and now Team Yellow take it out of their zone. Creelman brings it across center ice. He's got Laura Mark with him on the right wing. Creelman streaking up the left side, centers it for Mark, and it hit the heel of her blade, and she couldn't corral it for a clean shot that time. Poitevin dumps it deep inside Team Black territory. It rolls actually off the side of the far post, and Team Black retrieve it below their goal line. Caputo digging away, shot right on, and Whack holds that one for the draw with 7:15 left in the first.
That's pretty even still. I mean, Team Yellow's had, I think, a bit more time in the Team Black zone, but overall it's fairly even.
Well, we love tweets coming in from folks all over the country, and Sean tweeting us a big save by Gauthier, already an exciting first period. Sean, thank you so much for tweeting in, and if you want a shout out, you can tweet me, Nico Cardarelli, at Bro Behind the Mic. Let us know who you're cheering on, where you're watching from, and we'll get to a few shout outs. You know, I know you're not on Twitter, Ed. Are you on Instagram?
No.
Oh man, one of these days we're gonna get you on social. One of these days
I'm
we
not
will.
that important.
Don't count yourself short, buddy. I'd follow you. As Team Yellow dig away for the puck there in the far corner. David Brown makes a good defensive play for Team Black, and it's to the near side where it's scooped up by Karen Rousseau. Rousseau loses the puck that time, but an inadvertent collision brings a stoppage to play with 6:04 remaining in the period. Ed, you were talking with a couple of these players before the game, and maybe a little bit of frustration starting to set in. I have to think fatigue's becoming a factor as well, as this is the third game in essentially 2 days for these teams.
Yeah, they're not used to this amount of hockey, I think, in this short of time. I know probably the first timers to this tournament, that's probably something that you would get a comment on after today, for sure. Hopefully I have something left for tomorrow.
Chowdhury makes the pass ahead for Provan. These two teams will battle again tomorrow at 9:10 a.m. in the Low Vision and Development Division final game of the 2018 Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament. As you're tuned in, presented by CNIB and AMI. Provan picks up the puck. She passes it over to Lamontagne. He's at the top of the high slot, lets the shot fly. What a gutsy block there as Ted Mortsagu gets in the way of that shot from Sam Lamontagne.
I don't know what these defense are doing, but it hurt. The plastic puck hurt enough.
Well, I've been on the ice before with Ted as my defenseman, and I'll tell you, I appreciate the way he plays. He's a great communicator on the ice for his goaltenders, and he's always willing to block a shot, which at his age, if I were that vintage, I would not be getting in the way of any shots. Here's a break for Team Black. Lamontagne brings it right in and shoots it just wide of the near post. Tries the wraparound, and that one's snuffed out as Team Yellow desperately trying to clear the zone. Provan has it, backhander right on, and she sneaks it through. Team Black take the lead off a backhand goal from Amanda Provan.
Yeah, they had quite a bit of pressure there for the last minute or so.
And Amanda Provan,
number 4 goal for her.
Yeah, she just continues to light the lamp here at the tournament. She was a breakout last year, coming on late in the tournament last year, and she has really put up a strong case for Rookie of the Year here at the 2018 Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament.
Yeah, I think her biggest competition would be one of her teammates, Lamontagne.
Yes.
He's played really well.
Yeah, he has played very well. I got to think a player like Timmy Caputo might be in the running as well. There have been a number of great young players breaking out here this tournament as Team Black bring the puck back into the offensive zone. Ashley Andrews along the near sideboards, battling there against Caputo. Andrews takes it all the way behind the goal, centers out front as Brody McKenzie lets the shot fly in. With Rousseau getting a tip on it, it trickles just wide of the near post. McKenzie first on it, loses it there to Tate, but good back checking by Team Black as they had 4 defenders below the blue line. They scoop it up and send it down as Caputo corrals it now for Team Yellow. Caputo with room to skate brings it into the zone along the near side wing, takes it all the way behind the net. He's got to get a passing option, so he shields it there from the check of Andrews. But then moments later, Greg Russell does a nice job to clear it out of the zone. Poitevin hammers it off the boards and back inside the Team Black zone with 2:25 remaining here in the first period. Teams battling for possession. Dominic Tate and Timmy Caputo in there, but it's Amanda Proven who comes away with the puck for Team Black. She's got Samuel Lemontagne on the right wing. The pass just out of his reach, but with 2:05 left, he'll corral it in the near corner. Lemontagne battling against Caputo and McHugh. Wraparound attempt. Oh, what a save! Gauthier puts the right pad down and stones Amanda Proven of what should have been a sure goal.
I think Team Yellow needed that right there.
A huge save for Catherine Gauthier and Team Yellow as this remains a one-goal game. Well, you mentioned that Timmy Caputo coming from south of the border. How about this? New York Metro Blind Hockey sending us a tweet. They're tuned into the game. A proud father watching his son play here at the national tournament. Thank you so much for tweeting at us and for all the work you guys do growing blind hockey in the New York area.
Absolutely. It's really taken off in the U.S.
It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, for sure.
And not just at a local level. To see teams like the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Chicago Blackhawks put major resources behind their clubs, that's really impressive.
I think the Capitals have done a bit of that as well.
Yes, you're absolutely right, and I shouldn't have left them out because Craig Fitzpatrick's work with the Washington Wheelers and the Washington Capitals, none of that would have been possible without the work Craig has done.
And he's also been involved in Denver, and I guess they've got a huge turnout out there. So.
And he was just telling me last night about a couple new markets that they're looking to form teams in, including one in Vegas. So I'm going to put this out there right now. The 2018 Canada-USA exhibition, Pittsburgh, cool. 2019, we're going to Vegas.
There you go.
As Team Black gain possession here through the neutral zone, it's Karen Rousseau. She makes the pass over to Ben Ho Lung, and he gets the puck in deep for Ashley Andrews. Andrews passes it back to Rousseau. There's the good pass indicator, shot on from distance, but a good block by Ted Mortzagu as they try clear the danger out from front of the net. That does it for the first period. A great end-to-end period of action, and after 15 minutes of play, it's a 1-0 lead for Team Black as Amanda Proven has them out in front.
I don't know if you've noticed, but to me it seems like Team Yellow was a lot sharper in the earlier game than they are this one. The passes just seem not to be happening. They're just missing.
Yep.
And it seemed to be a lot tighter in the game this morning.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. There hasn't quite been the same support for the goaltender here through the first 15 minutes of play, and you're right, the passing, the breakouts, not quite as crisp as they were this morning.
Well, I guess it's something they'll have to, got a couple of minutes here, maybe they can discuss it quickly, figure out, how to correct it and go from there.
It really, it can't be understated how physically taxing this is on these players. And, this is now the final game of day number 2. This is the second game for these teams here today. You got to think fatigue's going to become a factor down the stretch.
Oh, absolutely. And some of these people are not, like Dave Poitevin is not a rookie. Karen Russo is not a rookie. There's a few people that are in this division that are not youngsters at all, but maybe have the lower vision, Megan McHugh or whatever, people like that. So, yeah, they're not young anymore, and this does take its toll. So, like I said to you earlier, we'll see what they have tomorrow. They'll be glad to be getting home, I think, after all this is done. They love the tournament. They love the interaction with the other players and things like that. But it is a physical grind.
Well, we're just about set for the second period of play. We'll get a couple of rapid-fire Twitter shout-outs in. One for Carmela Hutchison, one for Sean, one for LMB. We've got Daniela Ruddle, who's been tweeting us all weekend, Kelly Rennie, and Lorne Weber. as well. And I can't wait to catch up with Lorne and his wife Serena at the banquet a little bit later today.
Yeah, he's had a pretty good tournament, I think, going for Team Black.
He's been fantastic for Team Black, and I got to think he's making a case to be one of the 3 goaltenders named to Team Canada.
Oh yeah, there's a few names in there. You can say Mario's making a case.
He's playing really well here, absolutely. And you know, it's an interesting conversation, Ed, because I think when you start to break down potential rosters, there's a lot of evenly matched players on both teams. I think where Canada may have the edge is between the pipes.
Yeah, you could be right. There's I believe his name is Doug Goist with the Washington Wheelers.
He was here last year.
Played really well.
And he's a massive body. Yeah, I think he's like 6'3" or so. He might even be bigger than that.
Yeah, he would probably be their starter, I think, if they named the team tomorrow.
Yeah, I would think you're likely right. But again, I got to think we just have more depth in goaltending at this point.
I agree with you. And I think it's because we've been doing this a little bit longer. So goaltenders take a little bit longer to develop. And they may be a little thin once you get past Doug.
Well, Timmy Caputo, maybe a little early to consider him for Team USA, although, hey, maybe not. He's been fantastic here this weekend, both playing in the Child and Youth Division and here in the Low Vision and Development Division. Yeah, he's maybe the future of USA hockey.
He's one of the top players, I think, for Team Yellow right now.
As they snipe one, what a goal there! Randy Cameron puts it top shelf, and Team Yellow even this one up at 1-1.
Wow.
Didn't mean to cut you off there.
Yeah,
I'm sorry about that.
That's
but
all right.
What a snipe by Randy Cameron.
Yeah, good goal. Good goal. Nice way to start after you've kind of been dominated a little bit in the first period. Come out and tie the game fairly quickly into the second.
A big goal there for Team Yellow as they tie this one up. 12:50 remaining here in the second period of play. Ashley Andrews on the draw against Zach Robinson. Team Yellow win the face-off and get the puck inside the offensive zone. Oh, wow. Great tweet that we got to get to in a couple minutes because this is pretty interesting. But Dominic Tate on the puck right now for Team Yellow, digging away for it. The puck comes out to the line and just over the stick of Ted Mortsagu. Team Black bringing it up as that's Brandon Joy. Makes the pass over to Ashley Andrews and it just goes out of her reach. And a big collision in front of the net. Ryan Kusi is down and slow to get up here as he collided with Joy, but a nice display of sportsmanship as the two bump fists, and we've got an icing call here against Team Yellow.
Now, Brandon Joy, is that a new player?
Yeah, first timer here at the tournament. Yes,
Newfoundland,
sir.
I believe, isn't he?
That's correct. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think I saw probably his dad's name. I believe was one of the coaches in the Open Division.
Well, I was mentioning that we've been getting some great tweets all weekend long, and we just got another one from the New York Metro Blind Hockey Association who says, thanks for the shout out. Forgot to mention that Willie O'Ree will be in attendance at our next Try It event on April 29th. So happy he's included in this 60th anniversary tour, and what a great representative to be associated with blind hockey. Willie O'Ree, of course, breaking the color barrier and doing it with a visual impairment at that.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, had played really with only one eye.
Yeah, pretty spectacular story, and
that's pretty big though to have him go to one of their events.
No kidding, you couldn't ask for a better advocate, really.
Oh, no, yeah, for sure, but it's really a real feather in their cap.
Amanda Provin tries to clear the zone here. She's battling up against the near boards against Timmy Caputo. Puck comes loose and it's out onto the stick of Creelman. Creelman's shot is fearlessly blocked there as Dominic Leroux got a glove on it. It's into the far corner where Caputo digs after it. Laura Mark makes the play, puts it further in, and Team Black try whip it out. And on the second effort, Provan gets it across center ice. Sean Creelman makes a good tape-to-tape pass there to Laura Mark. Mark dishes it off to Caputo. There's the indicator of the clean pass, but La Montagne strips the puck away from Caputo. And then he has his pocket picked by Creelman. Creelman takes the shot. Oh, what a save as Wack got just enough to direct it off the post, and it stays out with 10 minutes remaining here in the second period.
Yeah, play a little scrambler there, and then finally Team Yellow getting a chance. Justin Wack has played really well in these 3 games when he's been in the net. Quite impressed with him.
Well, you know, you mentioned that the goaltenders often take a little bit longer to develop. You got to think a youngster like Justin Wack is a bright spot in terms of the future of goaltending for blind hockey in this country.
Absolutely. Any idea how old he is?
I think 16. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he is fairly young. So nice performance here from Justin Wack in the tournament as Chowdhury tries to track the puck in front of the yellow bench. Of course, Solomon Chowdhury, the official captain of the Chicago Blackhawks blind ice hockey team, and really a big force in terms of getting that program up and running.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about him. Of course, last year we had Mikey Gusky here, so
yes.
Mikey, he kind of stole the spotlight from anybody else.
Gusky definitely stole the spotlight, but it's great to have Chowdhury back here for the second year, and
yeah, for sure.
We love that we've got a representative from the Chicago Blackhawks club here as well. As Creelman, or check that, that's Robinson who brings the puck into the zone for Team Yellow. 8.5 minutes remaining in the second period. Robinson shields it, tries to make the pass over to Cameron. Shot right on and they score! No goal, no clean pass indicated, so Brian McLean's shot will not count.
That's too bad.
It was a beauty shot, but Ed, you got to make that clean pass.
You do, absolutely. And, you know, people sometimes we're watching going, why? And well, it's the rules. And it's there for a purpose. The Abu brought it in, and it was a good idea. And you can't just have people making breakaways, because you have good players out there. They'd be going back and forth and just scoring at will. So.
Again, offside called against Team Black. You're absolutely right. It levels the playing field, and as we've got a officials timeout on the ice here. Not sure what the issue. Oh, we're gonna have a goaltending change. Yeah, that's what's going on here.
Yeah, kind of flat. It's getting near the midway part of the second period.
Yeah.
So we'll see Blaine again and Francis, I guess, come in on Team Black, and
yep.
Blaine for Team Yellow.
Blaine Ducher gets set to take the ice here, relieving Karen Gauthier, who had a stellar performance in this game. And as Ed just mentioned, Francis Manella takes the net in place of Justin Wack for Team Black.
Yeah, Justin may not get considered this time for Team Canada. A little bit young, and there's a few guys ahead of him, but if he keeps playing like he is, in the near future, he could be one of those goalies performing against the U.S.
Yeah, he's made some quality saves here this weekend, and you're absolutely right. He may just not make it this time, but you got to think in a year or two down the line, he's going to be in the running. As LaMontagne cuts in from the corner, tried the wraparound, but that got snuffed out at the last second by Caputo. Shannon Murphy with a good play to bank it off the boards and out through center ice. LaRue sends it right back into the zone, but on the delayed offside, Murphy sends it right back to LaRue. The two playing a little give and go, except they're not going anywhere.
Exactly, and opposite colors.
Yes. Dominic Tate brings it across the line here for Team Yellow. Just had his pocket picked at the last second by LaMontagne. And now Rousseau makes the play in front of her own bench to get it out to center. Caputo, such a strong skater. He endures a bit of a slash there from LaMontagne, but he's still got the puck on his stick. He's got room to skate with 6:40 remaining in the period. Caputo takes it all the way behind the goal, checking his options, tries to feed it out front for Ryan Kusi, who is in the high slot, but he was tackled by LaMontagne, and now the puck comes out across center ice, and it's scooped up by the aforementioned Samuel LaMontagne.
Referees sound like they're letting them play a little bit here.
They're definitely letting them go at it, absolutely. As Team Yellow try clear the puck out, Dominic Tate picks it up in front of his own bench, gets around one defender. Tate brings it in. He's got Caputo streaking up the left wing, but the pass just out of his reach, and now Andrews first on it for Team Black. Around the near sideboards, it'll be scooped up by Brandon Joy. Joy brings it into the zone for Team Black. Back to the point. That one's picked off as Caputo did a good job back checking right there. 5:45 remaining here in the second period. We're all tied up at 1 goal apiece between Team Black and Team Yellow in this low vision and development division game, as you're tuned in to the 2018 Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament presented by AMI and CNIB. Laura Mark makes the pass to Caputo. He tries to corral it at the hash marks, lets the shot fly, and it goes wide of the far post as Joy was back checking to get a piece of Caputo. Proven gets it to the line, but not out. Good play by Creelman to hold it in. Caputo sidesteps a would-be checker, gets around another defender as Proven got dumped behind the play. She was a little slow to get up. Mark has the shot. That one's knocked aside, and now Proven tries to clear the zone, but it's held in at the point by Creelman. Creelman feathers it to the near side, and Brandon Joy gets to that puck first for Team Black. He gives it away there to Laura Mark. Mark takes the shot, but 3 Team Black defenders get in the way, and they block that one. Caputo takes it behind the net for Team Yellow. Tries to work his way back out front, but he's met by a couple of defenders, including Joy, who's got the puck now for Team Black. Dominic Leroux and Brandon Joy with some good defensive work right now for Team Black, but they can't clear the zone, as Caputo, strong on the forecheck, has got them pinned in. Finally, they clear the puck out here with 4:18 remaining in the period. We've got an icing call against Team Black.
Those don't happen very often, but imagine Team Black was a little bit tired if they weren't able to make any changes there. A lot of pressure by Team Yellow, but nothing to show for it.
It's been pretty interesting, the back and forth battle between these two teams, especially when you think back to the game yesterday, the balancing game. That, I wouldn't say it's a blowout, ends up a final score 4-0 for Team Black. But today, these games are so much tighter, and they really haven't adjusted the rosters at all.
No, they haven't. I mean, a couple add-ons, but
yeah.
Other than that, they've left them the same. And I don't know, I left here yesterday thinking, well, this could be, over quickly. But like you say, it's totally different. Both games are totally different from yesterday afternoon's.
Pretty impressive bounce-back performance from both teams here today, as Team Yellow trying to secure their second win of the game, or second win of the day here against Team Black. Team Black win the face-off, and it's scooped up by LeMontagne as he brings it across the blue line. He's got Provan with him. Tries to dig it out for Provan in front of the net where Chowdhury can't get a stick on it, and Creelman skates it out for Team Yellow. 2:55 remaining in the period. Creelman gets around a couple of defenders. He's got Robinson in front of the net banging his stick. He wants the puck. Creelman gets it to him now at the near side face-off dot. Creelman down at the goal line, centers in front. Great stick save by Manella as he had the paddle down and got a big piece of that one. Poitevin steps in from the point. He's down low in the far corner. Centers out front, and no one there from Team Yellow as that pass was positioned right for the slot area, but they couldn't capitalize after a great pass from Dave Poitevin.
He's a little bit more involved, maybe getting a little more comfortable. Maybe as you get older, you get a little better. I don't know, with the more time you're on the ice.
Like a fine wine, he just keeps getting better with age. And, there's a shot from LeMontagne that just screeches wide of the near post. Andrew centers it out just out of the reach of Chowdhury as he had his skates in the hash marks ready for the pass.
Just missing.
Tough break there for the Chicago Blackhawk, as he was in a prime position but couldn't corral the puck for a shooting opportunity. Changes on the fly for Team Black, and that'll give Team Yellow a chance to ice it down here. Icing called with 1:40 remaining in the period.
I think you'd rather move it on that and get a little bit of when you see them going to the bench, maybe use that time to move up the ice instead of clearing it all the way down. But maybe they were tired as well. And the thing is, they got to stay on there now. I'm sure that rule applies to the tournament as well, that you ice the puck and you don't change.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. And Well, Team Yellow will actually sneak a late change in here. I don't know if Matt Morrow's going to let this one fly. Yeah, he's allowing it. So Dominic Tate on the ice here for the faceoff.
Okay.
We'll give one more shout out to the New York Metro Blind Hockey Association and Timmy's biggest fan, his brother Anthony, who couldn't be here this weekend, but he will be skating next weekend in Chicago. And we certainly wish all the best to all the participants down in Chicago next weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time. There's going to be quite a few Canadians down there. A few Ice Owls and some Ibu, I think, and Eclipse.
It should be a great weekend down in Chicago as Caputo makes the pass over to Tate. 30 seconds remaining in the period. Tate has his pass blocked. They try to dig it out of the corner. Caputo has it at the far side faceoff dot. Cuts in, lets the backhander fly. Kusi from his backside takes the shot, but that gets blocked. And now Brandon Joy, well, first clearing attempt doesn't work. The second one, Andrews gets it down the length of the ice with just 10 seconds remaining. Rousseau gets to the loose puck, but she's the only player from Team Black in the offensive zone. Feathers it out to the point. 3 seconds left. Provan, maybe time for one shot. Lets it fly, and it just goes wide as the buzzer sounds. So 2 periods in the book, Ed, and we are all squared at 1 apiece.
Yep, absolutely. And see what happens in the third. Yellow, if they can get some momentum and start getting the passes to click, would have the chance to sweep this series, but Team Black isn't going to lay down and die either. They're even they've had their opportunities and basically have had the same result. Things are just not quite there. They're just off by a little bit.
While we await the result of this final, let's take a quick moment to thank the various sponsors who have made this tremendous weekend possible, including the Canadian National Institute of the Blind, who are celebrating their 100th anniversary. And a big thank you and shout out to AMI, who have done great work in terms of the broadcast side, but also growing the profile of this event. We also want to thank Ryerson University, Mattamy Athletic Center, the Toronto Education Workers, Magnon, Electric Health Floor, CCM, Letco Brousseau, Mackenzie Investments, Physicians and Surgeons of Ontario, the Toronto Toros, the Lions International Club, First Line Promotional Wear, Holiday Inn, and GTHL Canada. Thank you for your continued support as we are broadcasting live at the 2018 Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament presented by CNIB and AMI.
Yeah, that list of sponsors seems to have grown a little bit, even from last year.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, for sure, it's a good thing. But
if anything, it's got to keep growing.
Yeah, well, there's a couple names I don't think were on this list last year that you've mentioned today, a few times today.
Well, we spoke with President Gary Steeves a little bit earlier in the day, and he mentioned the fact that the fundraising is still going on, and we do urge folks that if you're able to, please make a donation. Head over to blindicehockey.com, make your donation, and help grow this incredible sport and help support events like this. The more funding we get, the more events like this weekend tournament we can put on.
Yeah, also, too, when you're coming in tomorrow to watch the game, check out the merchandise that's available.
Some great
some T-shirts.
That's right.
Unfortunately, there's a jacket there that I might like, but it's got a fleece liner. And
well, that'll keep you warm in the winter, Ed.
I'm allergic to fleece.
Oh, okay, that would not go well
then. No, that's not happening.
Okay, fair enough. We'll have to get you a fleece-free jacket then.
Absolutely.
But yeah, some great merch here and some great raffle prizes as well. So if you are in the Toronto area, come on out to the Mattamy Athletic Center. Admission is free as tomorrow is the final day of action here at the 2018 Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament. Third period underway as Team Black and Team Yellow deadlocked here at 1 apiece. And it's Provan bringing the puck into the zone for Team Black, but La Montagne just a step ahead, and he shows some frustration knowing that, he could have prevented that offside.
Yeah, you hate that when it happens, but it's hockey. Get a little excited, take off, maybe a little bigger stride, and next thing they're blowing the whistle on you.
Ashley Andrews gets set to take the face-off against Zach Robinson. Robinson wins it forward, and Laura Mark plays it into the zone. Chopped out across the blue line. Mark picks it back up for Team Yellow. Waits for Robinson to leave the zone, and then she's stripped of the puck by Andrews. Poitevin makes a good pinch there to come up with the puck and keep the attack alive for Team Yellow, but they go in just offside, and they'll whistle it down with 13:30 remaining in the third.
A few whistles already in this period. I think earlier today we had quite a stretch where there was no whistles. One of the periods just flew by.
Big shout out to the Washington Wheelers, and of course the great work that Craig Fitzpatrick is doing away from the rink as well, helping to grow the game. We get a few tweets from the Washington Wheelers, and we appreciate everyone tweeting in. You can connect with us on social media. You can tweet me at Bro Behind the Mic, but make sure you give a follow to at CDN Blind Hockey and at AMI Audio. And a big shout out to the AMI social media team. Those guys have been all over it here this weekend. A ton of great posts, so make sure you follow along with them at AMI Audio. Let me know where you're tuning in from, who you're cheering on, and we'll get to a few shout outs in this third period as Laura Mark brings it into the zone, dumps it off for Zach Robinson. He's down low by the goal line, takes the shot. Oh, what a save! The sharp angle shot goes off the mask of Manella, and he just keeps that one out.
Getting chances, but yeah, both goalies are not going to let, they're not going to give it up if they can find a way to stop it. Little off the mask, a little extreme, but hey, it stayed out.
I think he's actually a little shaken up.
No.
Manella's going to be replaced here after taking that shot off the top of the helmet. So Justin Wack is going to have to go back in at least for a few moments as Manella, I'm not sure if this is an equipment issue. Actually, I think it is an equipment issue.
Maybe one of the straps or something like that on the mask.
Yeah, and it looks like they're actually just going to have the goalies swap helmets here. Now, this will be interesting for Manella. He plays with an Artur Zerbe Dominic Hasek style helmet, so like the old school round cage.
Okay.
Justin Wack plays with the newer style, more sleek baseball style mask. So it'll be interesting if this impacts Manella at all, as he's sporting a different mask here, and I guess that speaks to the ultimate team player as Justin Wack gives up his helmet in favor of Manella.
Yeah, just hope it fits.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's a big concern.
Yeah, really, that's a really good point.
And or hopefully it's not too large or whatever, because that can be pretty uncomfortable as well.
Yeah. Well, great to see that Manella's not shaken up after taking that shot, and having played a couple of blind hockey games myself as a goalie, when you take a shot off the mask, you feel that puck. So pretty impressive that he stays in this game after making that save off the mask. 11:40 remaining here in the third period. Provan clears the puck away from danger, out through center ice. Great work by Ted Mortsagu as he wins that foot race against Provan and keeps the play alive. Team Black get it out to center ice. Just as quickly, Team Yellow dump it back in as Caputo scoops it up here across the blue line. He's checked closely by Brody McKenzie. Caputo makes the pass over to Brian McLean. His shot goes just wide. Caputo takes the rebound behind the goal, tries to feather it out front, but great work by Brody McKenzie to break up that chance. Andrews passes it to the near wing for LeMontagne. He gains the zone. Takes a bit of a bump in doing so from McLean, and that knocks him off the puck enough for Caputo to come in and scoop it up. Caputo brings it all the way inside the Team Black zone. He's got to wait for a passing option. Tries to feather it over to Randy Cameron, who's got the goal for Team Yellow here, but they can't connect on that pass, and it's out to center ice where Dominic Tate tries to feather it back into the zone. Cameron has it for Team Yellow. He plays it up, and it's now in possession of Brandon Joy for Team Black. Joy makes the pass to Andrews, who gains the offensive zone. Nice back check by Caputo as he sniffs out that attack, and the puck at center ice where teams battling for possession. As Dominic Tate and Brody McKenzie continue to go at each other. Delayed offside here against Team Yellow. And maybe a penalty against Team Black. We'll have to wait. Yeah, it is going to be a penalty. So Brody McKenzie gets called for the roughing minor on Timmy Caputo, and Team Yellow head to the power play with 9:50 left in the third.
Has that kid even come off the ice this period?
At all today?
Yeah.
Because he was in the child and youth game,
Well,
too.
yeah. Well, you know what? I mean, what is it with these Americans? A couple years ago it was Victoria Venturini, and I think
That's right.
I said to you, does she ever come off the ice? She was on there. Always, it seemed like you were calling her name every second play. And he's been on. It sounds like he's been on the ice right from the get-go of this period.
Well, he's on the bench now, getting a well-deserved rest, but I'm sure he won't be on the bench for very long.
No, probably not. He's one of their more effective players today.
And funny you mentioned the Venturinis. I was talking with their brother Daniel a couple weeks ago, and was hoping they'd be up here, but they've committed to the weekend in Chicago, and of course we wish Christine and Vicky all the best there. Hey, they can have the scoring machine one year. We'll get her back next year.
There you go.
As Team Yellow battle for possession outside of the Team Black-Blue line, Provan comes up with it, and here's a potential 2-on-1 for Provan. She makes the pass to LeMontagne. LeMontagne takes the shot, and it just goes wide of the far post. Great chance there, short-handed for Team Black, but they can't get the shot on goal, and here comes Sean Creelman for Team Yellow. Streaking up the left wing, takes it all the way in. Centered in front for Robinson, and he scores! And Team Yellow go ahead 2-1 on a power play goal from Zach Robinson.
Nice play. Good passing by Sean Creelman, and that could be the decider. I don't think it's a little early yet, but both teams really haven't been sharp as far as I'm concerned. A lot of shots missing the net, so we'll see if Team Black can maybe get it together here and mount some kind of attack.
8.5 minutes remaining here in the third period. It's gut check time for Team Black as they trail now 2-1. 2 unanswered goals here for Team Yellow as Randy Cameron tied the game up at 1, and Zach Robinson just cashes in on the power play after a great setup by Sean Creelman. Team Black, one extra skater out there right now. They're going to allow play to continue on as they sort this out, and now with the extra skater touching the puck, they're just going to whistle it down and allow the player to get off the ice here. So no penalty, play continues on with 8:04 remaining in the third. Team Yellow now in front 2-1.
Assisted by number 18, Randy Cameron.
Wait a minute.
Well, they made small mistake there.
Yeah.
Sean Creelman is number 18, Randy Cameron number 13, and Creelman definitely made that pass, so Creelman getting the assist. A big collision there between Brian McLean and Brandon Joy, and for player safety, they're going to whistle this one down to make sure both players are okay, especially the younger Brandon Joy. That is a tough collision there to have to take.
Yeah, Brian McLean had a bit of a collision with the official in the earlier game.
That's right, yeah.
But he's a good-sized guy, so you don't want to be running into those guys if you don't have to.
Puck played around the far side boards, held in by Team Yellow. Caputo at the hash marks, can't corral it, as Andrews does a good job defensively to take the puck away from him. 7:10 remaining in the period. Poitevin keeps it in at the point. Caputo plays it down low to the far hash marks where Ben Ho Lung tries to clear the zone, but that's stopped along the far boards. Now it's played behind the net. Brandon Joy first on it for Team Black. Plays it along the near side, but Caputo hustles and just keeps it in. Nice play there by Caputo to keep the play alive. Dominic LaRue smacks it off the boards out through the neutral zone as the teams exchange puck possession here. Nice move there as Brandon Joy with some fancy stick handling got around Caputo, and now it's on the stick of Ashley Andrews. Andrews about 3 feet inside of the blue line, lost the puck, but Ho Lung there to back her up, gets it to the far side hash marks, where Poitevin uses the boards to get it up to Caputo at center ice. Caputo gains the zone, waiting for some passing options. He's got Randy Cameron trailing him. Caputo makes the pass over for Cameron. Cameron met by the check of Brody McKenzie, who's been solid back there for Team Black. A natural forward, he's been asked to play a lot of defense here for Team Black. Centered out front, good chance there as Dominic Tate couldn't corral it for a clean shot on goal. Tate has it at the far side hash marks. Passes it out to the top of the circles. Caputo tries to feed that shot through the scrum, but too many bodies in the way, never got to the net. And now Tate has to hustle to that loose puck ahead of Ben Ho Lung. Caputo feeds it into the far corner. And he comes up with it, takes it behind the net. He's tripped up, and that's going to be a penalty call coming against Gregory Russell of Team Black as he and Caputo get caught up behind the net. And with 5:15 left here in the third period, Team Yellow going back to the power play.
Yeah, Team Yellow, since that goal, is doing what they need to do. They've been dominating the play and keeping it down in Team Black's end and drawing another penalty. Hopefully they can hold off here and not give up another goal, because down 3-1 right now, it could be costly.
5:05 left here in the third period of play. Team Yellow with a 2-1 lead at the moment, and they're on the power play. Off the offensive zone draw, LeMontagne takes it, and they've got a short-handed 2-on-0. LeMontagne makes the pass to Provin. She fans on the shot, a rolling puck as she approached the crease. Centers in front for LeMontagne, but he's checked closely. And Ed, that may have been the golden opportunity for Team Black, and they couldn't capitalize.
That's frustrating.
A short-handed 2-on-0.
Wow.
You're not going to see Amanda Provin miss too many like that. She's got the puck once again here at the far side hash marks. Provin feeds it down low behind the net. LeMontagne gets it. There's the buzzer for the good pass. LeMontagne tries to cut out front. Great work by Shannon Murphy using the body against LeMontagne. And now they smack it up the ice as Zach Robinson, who's got the go-ahead goal, tries to set Team Yellow up here on the power play with 4:05 left in the third period. Provin first on it for Team Black. She plays it off the far side boards, and it rolls just past Shannon Murphy. As coming off the bench, Caputo scoops it up for Team Yellow. Caputo brings it into the zone. He's got Tate along the right wing. Kusi trailing behind, makes the pass to Ryan Kusi, who sends it back down low to the near corner for Caputo. Caputo takes it behind the goal, stops, reverses, tries to tuck it home, but Manella read that perfectly. He was not fooled on that wraparound.
Nice save. They needed that, and then he does actually take a break, Caputo. So he came off the bench on that one. But no, Francis Manella made a good save right there, and Team Black needed it. Giving them a chance to come back.
Penalty over, so Team Black now back to five-a-side hockey as Gregory Russell, the Vancouver Eclipse player, out of the box and heading over to the bench.
Yeah, nice guy. I met him last night. Was hanging out with an old friend, Brian Mackey, from our Ice Owl days and other days. But Gregory came in and we just had a bit of a chat with him.
Off the offensive zone draw, Caputo gets it to Laura Mark. She just hesitated for a slight second, and if she pulled the trigger initially, she probably would have scored. Tough break there for Laura Mark as 4 Black defensemen drop down and get in the way of her shot attempt. Second chance for Creelman. That shot gets blocked by LaRue as Team Black tried to dig it out here with 2:20 remaining in the third period. Ashley Andrews backhands it to the line, but it's kept in by Poitevin. He lets the shot fly and he scores! Dave Poitevin gets the goal, and it's 3-1 for Team Yellow.
Will it count?
Yes, it will.
Okay, I didn't hear a whistle.
I didn't either, but right away the officials signaled a good goal. So maybe a little bit of controversy on that one, but a great goal there for Dave Poitevin.
I've been hanging out with Dave most of the last 2 days, knew each other really well, and he always talks about, I think I'll go down and raise havoc with Dave Brown. 2 Ice Owls just kind of getting in each other's faces a little bit.
So I guess the question is, what's the discussion going to be like tonight? Is it just going to be Dave Poitevin talking about how that was the best goal in the history of blind hockey?
It may be. But his girlfriend's down, she'll straighten him out one way or the other. So she'll go, come on, buddy, it really wasn't that good.
Well, LeMontagne trying to make an impact here for Team Black. Just 1:15 remaining in regulation as Provan and La Montagne try kick the puck in, but nothing doing, and now Team Yellow have it up the ice as it's Caputo, and he's got Sean Creelman streaking with him. Caputo feeds it in front for Creelman, and he taps it home. What a goal! And Team Yellow have locked this one up. It's 4-1 with under a minute remaining.
Yeah, they've locked up the series.
Great goal there for Sean Creelman, a multi-point night for him. And how about the play of young Timmy Caputo? He continues to impress here this weekend.
Yeah, he's really burst on the scene large, and probably having a lot of fun out there. This kid's probably enjoying this, and it's just a blast for him.
A great goal there for Team Yellow, and with 53.1 seconds left in regulation and a 3-goal margin, Team Yellow looking to secure their second victory here in the low vision and development division. Andrews picks the puck up for Team Black. Maybe she's got something to say about this. Drops it to Karen Rousseau. Rousseau's shot gets blocked. Second chance for Andrews, and a nice defensive play by Ted Mortzagu to get a stick on that. 30 seconds remaining in the third period. Team Yellow clear it out as Brandon Joy has it at center ice. Plays it up for Andrews. You can hear the officials telling them the delayed offside, but Andrews makes a good play. Makes the pass to Rousseau. Rousseau takes the shot, and it just trickles wide of the near post. Andrews plays it to the far side corner. The final few seconds ticking off the clock here. Team Yellow secure the victory. A final score in this one, 4-1 over Team Black. And that wraps up the preliminary round here at the 2018 Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament. Ed, what a great day 2 of action here from the Mattamy Athletic Center.
Absolutely, and it's something look forward to tomorrow. My God, it's going to be great action of both the. This game, I think, it's going to be a little disappointing for Team Black, considering what happened yesterday and the big turnaround by Team Yellow today to basically win this best-of-3 series. But you know what? There's pride on Team Black. They're not going to lay down, and they're going to come out tomorrow and try to at least get one victory out of this thing, I'm sure. And the other 2 games, I think they're going to be great.
Well, it's going to be a great day of action here tomorrow. It all starts at 8 a.m. with the Children and Youth Division final, and then at 11:45 a.m. the gold medal game in the open division. It was a great day number 2 here at the 2018 Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament presented by AMI, and this game wraps up the final game here on day number 2. The final score, Team Yellow with a 4-1 victory over Team Black in the low vision and development division game. Ed, thank you so much for coming back up here and joining us for the broadcast. We're going to let you go get some dinner and get some sleep, although I have a feeling you may not necessarily be going to bed so early tonight.
Little early yet, but I'll be here tomorrow.
Ed, thank you so much. For Fast Ed Parento, I'm Nico Cardarelli. We're going to send it over to Dave Bastel and the AMI crew.
Thanks so much, guys.